to my latest trapping video. So this is going to be a throwback trap video from when I was in 261 or 263. I can never remember the actual the kingdom I was in, but this was a throwback video. A lot of you might have actually seen some of these clips in previous videos I had done, but this was like 6 or 8 months ago, so 90% of you probably haven't seen these videos. Well, I know that because some of the videos only have, let's say, like 100 views on them, so I know about 90% of my subscribers have not seen these videos. So I'm going to be starting off the first one with a rally from, what's his name? Fuden here. Fjorden. Anyway, so he was sending 400,000 and his leader there. He decided to cancel the rally because obviously he thought, that wasn't enough. I think he's a little bigger than that. 400,000 is probably not going to be enough for this guy. I'm only 69 million might right now. I obviously was much smaller back then. I had only around 9 million troops. Yeah, I was basically letting my guild know I should have randomed when that hit came in, because if I'd random, that hit would have hit me right away and I would have captured the guy's leader. So I was like, dang it, maybe they won't rally me again. I kind of messed up there. I was like, damn. So anyway, so I was an ROP at the time, so you've probably seen ROP in some previous videos. I wasn't actually in the guild, and they actually hit me and all that stuff. Anyways, so, but this was like back in the day when I used to be in ROP and AA and all those guilds. This was before I joined RA and all that. It was actually another guild from this kingdom who I was also jumping in and out, because I jump in and out of guilds because this was a smaller kingdom, so I'd have to change my guild a lot so people wouldn't know who I am. But here he is, Fjordan. So he's 165 million might. He has some okay gear. Obviously not like amazing gear, but I'm not going to be taking a rally from a amazing gear person anyways, because this is a solo trap. So yeah, I'm just checking my wall, making sure I have the right heroes on the wall there. And I'm basically just waiting to see what would happen. They obviously are going to start another rally, so here comes the other rally here. So this one is going to be a little bigger. So they canceled the rally to make sure that that they could send a bigger rally. And this one's 670,000, so I'm going to pop an attack boost. I probably didn't need a 50% for this one, but I was just going to make sure I could actually cap it. So this time I forced the rally to hit me. I wasn't going to wait and see if they're going to cancel in the last second or whatever. So I forced the rally to hit me because I knew I could zero this one. It was 670,000. Very easy zero there. Only 100,000 wounded. Yeah, I didn't need reinforcements or anything. But you can see, I only had 9 million troops back then, and there are mostly tier 1. Yeah, except for my front line, which was like a million tier 2. So I had about 8 million tier 1 and about a million tier 2 at this time. I had some tier 3, mostly just for attacking, because I like attacking, like I said. But yeah, so he sent, he was a tier 4 player. The people who were sending the other marches were tier 3 players, so it was mostly tier 3, so it was a very easy take. Only 100,000 injured on my part. So this is going to be the second one. This is the second part of it. So I still had the leaders from the previous attack. And the reason why they had rallied me in the first place, because I attacked someone, got a leader. They rallied me. They want to get the leader back. So ZZ Evil Eye here is, I think he was in that. Yeah, so it was the same guild. So basically, if this is not the same guild, they're all part of the same guild family. So they're trying to rally me now to get the leader back. So this one is mostly tier 3, but it is 2.1 million. And there is a tier 4, there is like 300,000 tier 4 in this. So what I'm going to do is basically set up the rally. This is how I used to set up rallies. It's the best way to do it. Basically, you don't shelter your leader. That's the worst thing to do. So what I'm going to do is hide my grunts in my shelter, because I don't want them on my front line at all. And basically what I'm going to do is try and get reinforcements from my guild. And basically they'll send the reinforcements to me. I will evacuate my front line. Other than that, what can fit into my infirmary. So if I have, let's say, 600,000 infirmaries, I'm only going to leave 600,000 in my front line. Get my guild to fill up my front line with troops, and then basically no one's going to lose troops from this rally. It's going to be a bunch of kills for our guild and none for theirs, so it'll just be a bunch of wounded, so it's only just got to do some healing. So that's the best way to do these kind of rallies if you're a smaller thing. So here's his gear. He's got like a green champion front hand. He's got some level 60. He's got storm tassets, the wormbomb helm, some gloves. So yeah, so he's got okay gear for, let's say, 157 million might guy. He is obviously not quite as like strong as what you normally see in my other videos, but like I said, I'm taking a 2 million rally from a mythic champion guy. It's just well, it doesn't go very well. Let's put it that way. I mean, I could take it. I would totally lose that and lose half my troops again. Which that would be for another video, actually. You'll get to see that video very soon, actually. You'll see why I just had to rebuild. But today it's going to be a bunch of rallies from the Old Kingdom here. So what I'm going to do is actually evacuate my front line. So I want to make sure that there is only enough troops that can fit into my infirmaries in my front line. So the other ones I'm going to send to tiles. Do not send them to camps. Oh my god. If you're going to do this, make sure you either start a fake dark nest, throw it in your shelter, which my shelter's already filled with my grunts. Do not shelter your leader, because that never goes well. I've done that before. So the rally doesn't go well. I'm going to pop an attack boost for this rally too. But yeah, when you're hiding your front line, hide everything but the 600,000 or whatever your infirmaries are. Get your guild to basically reinforce your front line. Tier 4 is the best because they won't get through the Tier 4 then. The Tier 4 is not for damage. It's basically just be a meat shield for your the rally, and then your back line, your cav or whatever, and range will do all the damage. That's if you only have infantry phalanx. So here comes the rally. It's coming in. This is 2.1 million troops coming in here. And no, I did not burn. So no, they did not manage to burn me on this. This was back when I was only 60 million, so I was much smaller than I am now. I'd obviously do a lot more damage to this rally. Now, I could almost take this rally without reinforcements at this point. Back then, I needed the reinforcements or I would have lost a bunch. But yeah, as you can see, they injured 650,000 troops, but they lost over 1 million. So almost I guess that's 450,000 dead on their part, and then 685,000 wounded. So they had more wounded than I even had, and obviously way more dead because I had 0 dead. So yes, so that was a 2.1 million might million troop rally on me, and I ended up zeroing it. So as you can see, 544,000 was mine, so that's basically what I had in my front line at that point. I still had like 40,000 left actually in my infirmaries, and then the other 100,000 was from my guild, who basically took the wounded on their troops, so it was really spread out because I think I had full reinforcements at this point, so it was like maybe like, what was that, like 10,000 for each of my reinforcers, so they got some free kills with only 10,000 wounded each, so that works out really well. Actually, that was Karake. He actually decided to join our guild to help me out with this rally because I think he was from ROP, and ROP had already migrated at this point. And I think that's what was happening at this time. Obviously, this was 8 months ago, so my memory's a little blurry, but that's what was going on here. So we're gonna jump up into another rally here. So what happened here actually was I ended up not being in one of my guilds at this point. So I was trying to jump back into my guild, but all the R4s were asleep, so I couldn't actually get any reinforcements. So then I decided to make my own guild so I can see what the timer was for the rallies and stuff. So I ended up going into global chat and asking people to try and join my fake guild to reinforce me, because I really wanted to take this rally, but I couldn't take this rally without reinforcements. It's way too big. The rally leader has purple level 60 gear, so it's way too much for me to take without reinforcements at this point. But yeah, so skipping ahead here, it was like an hour walk, and they didn't want to wait, so they decided to split off into a second guild and start a second rally on me next to me. So obviously I can't pour away from this rally, so I was kind of looking to see who was sending what troops, and I realized the rally leader wasn't the best rally leader. Obviously not one of their main rally leaders. He's like an off rally leader that was helping them. Yeah, there's Queen Hillo. She's actually in my guild now. So funny story, Queen Hillo and Dixie were the ones who ended up bringing me over to RA. That was like 6 months ago after this, because I needed a new kingdom because everyone kind of knew who I was at this point. So I was moving kingdoms, or looking to move kingdoms. They're like, hey, come with us, join this guild, and I ended up being an RA, and I kind of stuck to RA because they tend to move around to different kingdoms a lot, so it really does help keep the traps keep going, because I don't need to migrate myself because they do it for me, so I can actually keep going with them. But yeah, so anyways, they didn't know me at this time, so this was before all that. So yeah, I was actually going to be asking Global, hey, can anyone reinforce me? I did have my alt account, but I can only send so many reinforcements to myself, like 200,000. I guess I could have popped in a size boost and sent more reinforcements, but I needed full reinforcements at the time. Actually, I probably needed to build more troops at that. My ult didn't have that many well, at least the ones I want. I want infantry. Yeah, and then I was just in B3F before this happening because I was trapping in their guild. That's why I'm not in my main guild at the time. So I couldn't jump back into my main guild to get reinforcements because, like I said, all the R4s were offline. This was late at night. So here comes the rally. So this is the other rally, and it's 1.3 million. So I'm taking this with very, very minimal reinforcements. Basically, the reinforcements from my alt account. That's all I could get at this point because I'm in my own guild. So I ended up winning this rally. I did not zero it, so I was like, oh, okay. So I won that rally. I don't think I can win the next rally without actually getting proper reinforcements, but wow, I did a million damage to them without any reinforcements. I only took 384,000 wounded on that. Yeah, I think it was a little bit of tier 4 and mostly tier 3. So that's kind of why. I was looking at the people who are sending, because a lot of times when you look at these rallies, I make sure that the people who are sending are tier 3 players, because like if it's a 1.3 million tier 4 rally, I'm starting to get in a little trouble at that point, depending on the rally leader and how good they are, all that stuff. I don't know why this thing's coming down. Anyways, yeah, so we'll take a look at the battle report here. So yeah, actually it was very little tier 4. Wow, okay. Apparently the tier 4 player didn't have very many tier 4 troops. But yeah, it was mostly tier 3. I knew all the players who were sending were tier 3 players, so it was like I was not worried about this rally at all at this point, even with my smaller comp at that point. Yeah, you can see I only have like almost 5 million archers, only 3 million cav, only a million, what's it called, infantry and all that stuff. So that was the end. I didn't end up taking that rally, mostly because like I couldn't take it at the point. So anyways, this is actually one of the first rallies I took in the kingdom. So this was when I was very new to this kingdom. I'm putting it last because it didn't go quite as well as the other ones. This was kind of one of the first rallies I take. So I was messing with the Overlord Guild. I captured a couple of leaders, and then what they decided to do was set a rally on me. It was infantry range, so it wasn't a super hard rally, but for me to set this trap up, like I showed you how to set it up properly in the first point. I was getting rid of my front line. I couldn't do that in this one as well because I was starting to set it up, but I wasn't getting enough reinforcements for my guild because, like I said, it was late at night. They're not online. I'm online because I'm in one of the last time zones for at least the English guilds. So a lot of the times when I'm still trapping, people are actually sleeping. So it's hard to get reinforcements at the time, where the Chinese are just getting up at that point. So they're obviously trying to tile hit my what's it called, evacuation. So I actually decided just to give up on sending the tiles. It was kind of all over the place at this point because I was asking for reinforcements, full infantry. I wasn't quite getting enough reinforcements, so I couldn't get rid of my full front line because I actually need something in my front line just in case the rally goes poorly. I knew it was going to be a bigger hit because the guy had pretty good gear, whereas, and obviously the people in this guild don't actually know who I am yet. A couple of people do because they were in my original guild, which I started in 205, so like way before this. But yeah, so they had invited me to this guild at this point. But the rest of the people in the guild didn't know me because it's a new guild and obviously didn't know me. The coalition is currently speeding up towards me, so I got to get ready here. I got to pop the attack boost because it's speeding up. I don't have time to actually get full reinforcements. I only think I have like 400,000 at this point, maybe a little more. We'll see what the end point was. But at one point, I was like, I'm just gonna recall my troops, make sure I have all my troops, and let's see what happens. So it was more like a hope and a prayer because it was like one of the first rallies I'd ever taken. This is post me getting zeroed the first time I ever got zeroed, which I had only like 6 or 7 million troops at the time. But then this is post. I saw how well those rallies went, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll try a rally here, try and set it up. I've been thinking of ways to set up the rally too without taking like massive losses, obviously filling up my front line. God Justice was trying to reinforce me, but unfortunately the rally hit right before God Justice actually got there, so I ended up taking, 284,000 losses, which wasn't too bad, because if I had full infirmaries, it would have only been like 100,000. They ended up taking 270,000, so it was about an even rally. They did end up winning, just barely. It wasn't like, it was a very close rally there. If I had full reinforcements, I would have easily won that one, but like I said, I couldn't do that. I couldn't get full reinforcements from this guild at this point because, yeah, so it was more of a test at that point. So, anyways, so this was kind of the throwback kind of rallies that were going on. I know a lot of people haven't seen them. I've been trying to do like throwback Sundays, but I was like, oh, maybe I'll make a full video, and then most of my subscribers will be able to see a new video because most of these clips are new for everyone. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I actually have some bunch of old clips that I could post. I'm gonna be doing the top 5 later this week. I just didn't have enough time to do it today, so I did this video instead. And I have a bunch of 1000 IQ traps, baby traps. I do have a whole bank of griffin traps that someone sent me, so I'll actually make a video just on a griffin trap. I think that would be awesome to watch. So I hope you guys are looking forward to these videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.